this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have joined me here before. And I am here today with another sneak peek for Diamond Art Club's anniversary drop, which is coming this weekend. I say weekend rather than a specific day because this is one of those drops where the actual day is going to vary depending on what time zone you're in. So I'm going to run through those times now, and it's really important to take note of the fact there is only one release time for this drop. No early access and general release, there's just general release. So if you're in the Pacific time zone, you are going to be able to start shopping at 9 p.m. on Friday the 29th of May. If you are in the Eastern time zone of the US, that's going to be at 12 midnight. And then if you are further east like me, if you are in the UK, it is going to be 5 a.m. on Saturday the 30th of May here. And of course, if you're in a different time zone and you're not sure what one of those means for you, plug one into Google and ask it to convert the time for you and it will tell you. So yeah, big drop, 100 new kits, and I was so delighted when Diamond Art Club offered to send me this particular kit to show you, because this is actually one that I voted on and have been really hoping that they would make. So thank you very much to Diamond Art Club for sending this to me, and I am now going to crack on and show you Paris Shopping District by Sadi. Sadi? I do not know, I'm afraid. This is not an artist that I have come across before, but I absolutely love cityscape images like this. I've been to Paris, it's gorgeous, it's just, this is such a beautiful piece to me. It is big and beastie, but I don't think that's going to come as any surprise looking at the amount of detail in the kit. It's 97.8 centimeters by 69.9, and it has square drills. And then on this side we can see it has got 91 colours, which includes 3 ABs and 3 fairy dust diamonds, and it's got 110,000 drills and change. So let's take a look. Now this box has got a little bit crumpled, which is unusual because these are quite sturdy, but because they pack the kits so well with so many layers of protection, I'm not at all worried that anything inside will be damaged. So inside the slightly crumpled outer box, there is a sturdy tray, which actually also has a little crumple, but everything in here looks absolutely fine. So these are all the different bits that you are going to get in your DAC kit. There's a toolkit. There is this pouch here with all sorts of useful information, and then you've got diamond painting and drills in here. So I am going to take you through all these bits now. Starting as always with the toolkit, the contents are listed on the front, but I'm just going to go straight in. So inside you're going to find a roll of little baggies, which was useful when kitting up, kitting down, whatever it might be. I just store them and I always find uses for them. Then you have this pen, which is what Diamond Art Club calls their twist and pick applicator pen. That's to do with this end, but first of all, just to show you, there is a 4-placer already loaded, and this is just a normal placer, like push-in placer end. So if you have other push-in placers, they should fit there fine. Come on camera, focus on the right bit. It's got a nice ergonomic feel to it, much more comfortable than some of the pens you get with toolkits for longer diamond painting sessions. And then at this end, if you take off the lid, this is the twist and pick applicator end. So you have wax already preloaded in here, and what you're going to do is just twist it, as the name suggests. It can be a bit stiff because it's forcing that wax up through here, and then that one was basically already there, so a little bit too much has come out. But you can see you now have wax at the tip ready to pick up your drills. This is also refillable. There are instructions that we'll get to, but you basically just unscrew this and then you can put what you like in there. I say what you like because there are waxes provided, but you know, other waxes and putties, if you prefer those, will work in there as well. Oh, my voice caught then. Excuse me. There is another pack of that same wax that you saw in the tip, so you can use that for your multi-placer or to refill the tip as you so desire. And then here is the tray. So these are stackable if you have several of them, which you may well do if you buy from Diamond Art Club regularly, because they do come in almost all kits. The only exception would be smaller ones where there's a smaller version of the tray. You slide off the lid like that, and then the stopper will come out once the lid's removed. Inside there's some more bits. So there is the pink wax that Diamond Art Club used to send us. Well, I say used to, clearly they still do, but they give you an alternative wax just in case you prefer that one. And then you also have a 7 placer in case you prefer that for the end of your pen. And as you can see, there's just a nice bit of space in there. You can line up a good few drills in this tray. So that's your toolkit. Next up, we have a little pouch here, and you open it like so with the flaps. I'll go through those bits in a moment, but first of all, you can see all sorts of useful information on the inside here. You've got tips and tricks for your project. You've got step-by-step instructions for diamond painting, just in case this is your first one and you need a bit of help starting off. Then you have got how to use and refill that pen, so you can check back there if you need any reminders when you get to that. Kit contents down at the bottom, and then these outer flaps have QR codes on. So this one will take you to Diamond Art Club's Facebook group. You must have made a purchase directly from Diamond Art Club beforehand to join. But yeah, that's a great resource. And then over here you have one of many discount codes that Diamond Art Club offers us. This particular one is a one-time use code that will give you 20% off on their app the first time you purchase on there. There are other codes around. I have got first-time customer codes in my description box down below. If you want to check those out, they are affiliate codes. So, you know, please be aware I would make a small amount of commission, but CAT20 would give you 20% off your first ever order, and CAT10 would give you $10 off, or the equivalent in your local currency. Also, you can join this Facebook group and find a code that is valid just all the time. And yeah, watch out for special occasions. I mean, stay tuned for this weekend. Who knows what they've got in store for us, but we shall see. So yeah. And then we have the Treasure Quest card. These are Diamond Art Club's version of trading cards, which again, you get in most kits. They're not guaranteed. You won't get them in all of them, sometimes because of things like licensing conditions. But most of the time you're going to get one. And also most of the time you're going to see it has a bronze border around the outside. So the purpose of these is twofold. One is just that they're a fun collectible. The other is that you can use them to claim rewards once you've collected a good few of them. So this one, as I said, is bronze. Some people will also get a card with, well, not also, some people will get a card with a silver border, some with a gold border, and some with a black border. Black ones are super rare, bronze are super common, and then so on in between. And if you turn the card over, you're going to see an address at the bottom here, diamondartclub.com/redeem, and a QR code if you prefer to use that. If you check out that address, it's going to talk you through the rewards that you can claim with these. There are gift cards ranging from $50 to $200. Gift cards are great because they work like cash, so you can stack those with discount codes. So, you know, maybe a big event like this weekend could be a good opportunity to use some if you have a few cards in your collection. Once you have collected enough cards for the reward that you want, and it's going to be either a certain number of black cards or a certain number of bronze, silver and gold cards, then you're going to scratch off this. There's a code underneath. You'll enter it all on the website next to the item that you want to claim as a reward, and you're all set. And then we have the sticky labels. So you've got individually cut sticky labels, perfect for your logbook, and then an image of the artwork on the back, which is just gorgeous. I love the sort of pinky tones to this, but yeah, I love it. I went to the Eiffel Tower once, a long time ago now, and we actually saw it last year when we went further south in France for a holiday, and we drove past Paris, and my son was saying, oh, I wish we could go into Paris. I really want to see the Eiffel Tower. And literally from the motorway as we were driving past, we could see it. It was amazing. He was so excited. But I digress, as I often do. So this looks to me like a kind of springtime one because you've got blossom on the trees. You've got all the mopeds there. Outdoor cafe, absolutely love that whenever I'm on the continent. And these gorgeous Parisian buildings, it's going to be a stunner. Inside, you've got your individual sticky labels for your storage pots. And at the end here are the special drills that I mentioned when I looked at the outside of the box. 3 ABs. AB stands for Aurora Borealis, and those are drills with a glitzy coating on, used for accents. And then 3 with a Z in front are fairy dust drills. They are a different kind of special drill that has a subtle glitter coating. Also very, very pretty. Let's crack on and have a look at the painting. So I brought you out a fair way because this is a big and beastie painting and I'm not going to be able to show all of it anyway, but I will pan over it in a little bit so you can see as much of it as possible up close. Here are the drills. They're going to come wrapped in the middle of your canvas with a label on with the kit name, so that if you store things separately, you are all set to link them back up again later. Look at all those gorgeous shades of pink. Oh, it's beautiful. But I'm going to go through those properly in a minute. So let's get this lying a little bit flatter by rolling it back on itself. And then I can admire it. And while I have it rolled like this, I'll just try and find a spot where you can see grey perforated lines going through the cover. Those are actually marking out 10 by 10 centimetre sections. So the canvas is essentially pre-sectioned for you with these perforated lines going through the cover, so that you can just tear those and then your painting is all ready to be worked on in nice, easy sections. Okay, here it is. Oh, I wish you could see the whole thing in one go. It is such a stunner. And I've been really into pink recently. And it's also got a lot of purples and blues. So this colour palette is to die for in my book. Let me just move it around a little bit and show you the different bits as much as I can before I get to panning over it later. Now this, this end has got a little bit crumpled, but that's going to flatten out over time, I think. Sorry, you can't actually see what I'm looking at. It's just over here. I'll take extra care when I roll this back up to put it away again, and it will settle over time. And then over here we have this car, and then all these little bits here. Lots of plants around at the bottom. Got some animals too. And then try and bring you up here to see the Eiffel Tower. Wowzers, it is beautiful. There is quite a lot of confetti in this painting, which you'd expect because it's detailed. There's trees on either side, there are flowers and plant life everywhere. At the same time, there are quite a few patches of, well, there's a little bit of blocking in the sky, and then there's also what I call line blocking in the buildings, where you're going to have to change your colour pretty regularly, but you still got quite a few of each colour to place, and you can maybe whip through them quite quickly with a multi-placer. So it is a confetti piece overall, but there are sections that will go a bit quicker. It is just absolutely stunning. I have to watch myself when I get super excited about a kit, because I know I can just get a bit wow and repetitive, but I just cannot express to you how pretty this image is. I can't wait to see it done. Okay, let's get those drills out and have a closer look at them. Right, I have this little teeny tiny strip with 2 bags of drills on it first, if my camera will focus. And this allows me to show you one of the ABs. This is a lovely bright yellowy colour verging towards orange, and you can really see that glitzy coating there. Very pretty. Okay, first proper strip has got the big old bags of drills on, the ones that there's loads and loads of in the painting. So we're kicking off with this purple, and so many gorgeous shades of pink here already. There's 3 of that one, then we're straight into 2 bags of another. Not too many darker colours in this kit either, but there are 4 bags of this dark brown. 550 is always a very pretty shade. And Oh, the end of that strip has two really fat bags of this fairy dust drill. So that is what a fairy dust looks like. It is hard to see through the bag, and it's, you know, they're not the most obvious anyway. As I said, it is subtle. It's just a light glitter cover made with mica powder, but these are very pretty when placed. Okay, then we've got this bright green followed by two bags of another fairy dust. Gorgeous pink shade this time. And then I'm just going to keep scrolling through. I always really like this shade too. I mean, like I said, it's pinks, purples, blues, they are all my favourites. So I need to stop pointing out all the different shades I particularly like, because it's just all of them. Okay. Next strip, getting into the slightly smaller bags. DAC arranges their drills by size of the bag that's required. So they work really well for things like Elizabeth Ward style storage, or indeed DAC's own storage where you have different size containers. This is an absolutely beautiful fire engine red fairy dust drill. I think that's all the fairy dust now, isn't it? Just a very small bag of 310. Here is a gorgeous AB. That's a colour I've always enjoyed. And, oh, I hope you can't hear my son shrieking upstairs. He's at home because it's the half-term school holiday. And he's doing some gaming before we go do some things later. He gets a little worked up. Okay, so we've got some more beautiful shades of pink. And then there is the last, I believe, of the special drills, if I've kept track properly. So many absolute beauties here. And that's very pretty too. See, I'm still doing it, can't help myself. I'm a bit of a magpie, you know. I love looking at the pretty things. Okay, last strip of drills with some teeny tiny bags. The colours where there's not a lot of them, but they're in there just for depth of shading. Part of DAC's wonderful hand render to really get all the colours as true to the original artwork as possible. There you go, that is all of them. What a lot of beautiful colours. 91 absolutely stunning shades. This one is going to be so fun to work on because I don't know about you, but I am personally really, really motivated by the colours in a painting. And yeah, pretty bright colours, that is absolutely my jam. Right, I am going to pan over this canvas now so you can see it a bit more closely, and then I will try and figure out where at least some of those special drills go. Back in a moment. What do you think, guys? Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so special drills. 3 ABs. No, yeah, I was looking at the wrong bit. 3 ABs to find first of all. So that green AB is visible straight away in all these plant bits down at street level. which makes me think they're also going to be, yeah, in the higher up bits of plants. All these pretty balconies covered in flowers. Isn't that gorgeous? And then that beautiful pink with the lovely silvery topping. I wonder if that is also in the flowers. Yeah, I definitely see some of it here. It's scattered through this section. So I think also along here. And what about over in the cherry blossom tree? It's not quite the right shade of pink for that. So I see the odd little tiny patch of it, but not very much. But it is down here. And there is another patch of the deeper pink flowers there. So yeah, quite a bit of that one spread around. And then the last of the ABs is a yellow one. That is a plus symbol. So this moped down here is mostly that one. And then this over here, which is like a bag that someone's hung on a railing. Little tiny bit there, little tiny bit there. There's not a lot of yellow in other parts of the painting. There are little bits of it scattered around, but it's largely concentrated around here on the moped. Then fairy dusts. Now the pink fairy dust, that's a percentage symbol, I wonder. Yeah, that is all through this cherry blossom tree. It is in some of the other patches of pink flowers, but because it's paler, it's not fitting with a lot of them. It is in that one. It is right up at the top. It's in this pink moped. And of course, it is in the other tree over there. And then the red fairy dust, I'm going to guess, is in the vehicle because like the mopeds had it. Let me see. There's a tiny bit of it in there, but actually not much. But there is a little bit here. That's another of the bags. There is the brake light on the back of the moped. There is a little bit over here. I think those are also shopping bags. There's a tiny bit up there. There are little bits on that balcony of flowers. I think that one, like when all said and done, it will turn out to be in a lot of places spread around, but it's spread around in small sections. There is a fair bit more in that row of flowers up there though. And then the last one is the white one, and there was loads of that, and that is this dot symbol. So that one's everywhere. So a lot of this building is in that white fairy dust. Same goes for this whole side of this building where the light's kind of reflecting off it. There are little dots of it around on various things around here. On this, is that a dog down there? It's easier to see in this. Yeah, that's a little dog down there. There is some of it on this moped. There's a big patch in the sky behind the Eiffel Tower there. And yeah, just more bits dotted around. There's some lamp posts. I mean, there were 2 big bags of that one. So expect to see a lot of it. But yeah, there you go. What do you think? I think a lot of people saw that this one was coming this week because Diamond Art Club has released this feature where if you vote on kits, which you can do if you're a member of their Facebook group, so you vote on kits you'd like to see them release. They're now letting us know if a kit we've voted on is coming up for release soon. So I did see that a lot of people shared this as part of their voting history that they saw was coming. So I know I'm not alone in loving this one. But yeah, I am a little bit obsessed. Yeah, what can I say that I haven't already said? It is beautiful. So there you have it, Paris Shopping District. Releasing on Friday or Saturday, depending on the time zone you're in. Those release times again are 9 p.m. Pacific time zone, 12 a.m. Eastern time zone, or 5 a.m. UK time zone. That's Friday going through to Saturday, and only one release time for this drop. Everything's going to be available at that one time, and if it sells out, that's going to be it until it restocks at some point in the future. So, let me know in the comments below what you think and if you're as excited by this one as I am. That's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at this with me, and if you have, as ever, please consider dropping a like on the video. And if you've not yet subscribed, I'd love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.